Hey everyone, Metagross Freak here with the final of the 6 2016 Toa Uniters. We have here set number 71308, Tahu Uniter of Fire. I don't plan on getting Umarak or any of the other creatures. However, if I did get a creature, I'd probably get a creature of fire because their united fusion is probably the best one of the 6. The creatures don't really interest me that much, and I really don't want to have to spend more money to add on the action feature. I don't know, it's my personal preference, and I'm sorry if that disappoints you. But until further notice, Tahu will be the last set I'll be reviewing, being the last Toa Uniter. So let's get started. At time of release, this was $20. Okay, a lot to cover for interesting pieces. Shorter eye stock than previous years. Standard skull, so you don't knock your mask off as often. Cool that every set's had that. Standard, or new, but standard to this wave. Torso piece, clicks in. If you have it squeaky, add a drop of WD-40 in those little slots. It's really helpful. I have mixed feelings about this piece. Count them, 1, 2, 3 of the Unity pieces, this time in gold. It looks a lot better in gold than silver. If you want to see my opinion on the Unity piece, watch any of my other Toa videos. 2 Borak eyes in Azure. There's a little bit of Azure in Tahu, this build. Not a lot, but a little bit as a accent color. It's kind of nice to see solid blue Borak eyes. Next up we have a 3 long brown axle with a little stopper. I don't know if we've seen this before, but I haven't seen one of these in brown before, or that's only 3 long, so that's kind of cool. Just wanted to mention that. 2 crystal armors in trans orange and gold. These look amazing. 2 CCBS standard feet, but in gold. I don't think we've seen them in gold before. All the other Toa have them in silver, save for Kopaka, who has them in white, but Tahu this time around has them in gold. Well, that's really cool. Lots of gold in this set. 2 of these extra long shell plates in Mata Red, or standard red, I guess. Looks really cool. And these 2 pieces, the red on the torso plate and the red on the mask, are the only solid red. All the rest of the red is either trans red or trans orange. So these are kind of scarce pieces if you're trying to collect red. 2 of these mini fire blades that originally came with Protector of Fire and Tahu's lava board. They're cool pieces. You can do a lot with them. I like them. 2 of these golden shredded armor pauldron fur pieces that came with the skull villains. They came in silver, gunmetal, and black originally. This time they come in gold. They've got some nice molding on them. Kind of a cool crown look. These are cool pieces. Kind of custom, so you can't really use them for many things other than decorative armor, but yeah, they're cool. The unique chest plate with the Tahu Nuva the Tahu Nuva symbol on the chest. I would have preferred it was red with gold and azure, but instead we have gold with red and azure, and it's okay. I mean, it looks pretty, but I think it would be better if the red and gold swapped places. But I do like the blue. It adds a nice kind of tribal accent to him. And even without the azure Borak eyes, I think this would have been nice. As just kind of a little bit of an accent, and as a kind of a break from all the gold. 2 elemental crystal fire blades. These are in orange, but the mixing with the silver at certain angles kind of gives them kind of a brownish or maybe a bronze look to them. They've got some neat textures on them if they catch the light right. So, cool weapons. And last but not least, we have the masks. The glorious, glorious masks. Here you go. Here is the Tahu mask, both in red and silver and gold and trans orange. As you can see right there on the base of the forehead is the Nuva symbol, and it looks a lot like it looks kind of like a cross between the Tahu Nuva mask from 2002 or 2003, I don't quite remember, and the new quote-unquote Omega Tahu mask. They look good. I like the red one a little bit more because it matches the other masks that I prefer, but the gold and orange one seems to go best with this set, so we'll try them both out. We have 3 pieces remaining for what appears to be the largest of the 6 Uniter Toa, and Tahu's got some interesting features. Primarily that he has the kind of these real Borak eye pieces to use as kind of like these little fang bits, I don't know, to kind of fill out his figure. We saw something similar with Onua under his shoulders. He has the extra long balls, which is kind of nice, the little ball joints here to hold the pauldron armor. We have similar to Kopaka as well. We have the Unity piece being used as armor. And we have 2 little Borak eyes, little accents down here by the eyes. I like the build. I think this looks really good, but it's really tall. And it took a good while to put together. On the lower, also, it's a very interesting thing is there are 2 little studs down here on the legs that are unused. So I have a feeling that since Kopaka and Onua did something similar, I have a feeling in the winter/fall line, we're gonna get something similar. Gonna get some kind of thing that attaches maybe to the back of the leg. I don't know, but it's really weird that we have a bunch of Toa who have studs on the backs of their legs for no apparent reason. There we go. We have the long red armor with the crystal as the shins or calves. I really like that. It looks really cool. On the upper arms, we have these 2 gold pieces and kind of gauntlet-like pieces on the wrists. Just big, chunky pieces of armor, and that's pretty dang cool. Oh, starting to fall back. There we go. And then we have the, I guess you could call them fur trash armor or whatever pieces. And those attach up here on the shoulders. And then you just angle the little Borak eyes so they kind of make a triangle silhouette, as you can see. It makes kind of a little triangular silhouette between what peeks out of the armor here. That's kind of interesting. So from the back, he almost looks like he has a little cape. Kind of like that. We have the torso piece, if I can get this on. Oop, a little bit higher. There we go. And that looks pretty awesome so far. Definitely looks more like he's a general with the golden shoulders. And the weapons are very interesting. Let me put them on before I talk about them. Sorry, yeah, there we go. Kind of got a glimpse of the action feature there, but I'll discuss it in a moment. Yeah, there we go. There's his crystal fire blades, I guess they're called. I'm not exactly sure. And let's pop a mask on. There we go. So, personally, I think the red and silver mask looks good, but the gold and trans red fits the color scheme more, and he and Onua, and maybe Kopaka, if you're willing to steal some pieces from Mellum, I think are the only ones that actually look good with their gold masks. Kind of similar to the 2015 counterparts. For some reason, the smaller sets who don't have gold don't look good with the gold. Imagine that. But Tahu has, just like last year, these massive weapons, and these are kind of a throwback in design to the Tahu Nuva magma blades, as you can see with the kind of sword in the front and kind of lava fire energy in the back. These are nice big swords. The only downside is it has all this extra Technic, kind of, well, garbage. If this was a transformer, we'd call it kibble on it, because it just kind of clutters up the set. It makes it look like he has these massive pommels that aren't really necessary. And the function works the same as the others in the series, the others in the wave. But they have little gear functions. By twisting these little gears, you can get the blade to extend. In the comic, on the front page, it doesn't show the blades extending or anything, so it doesn't really explain what this is for. But I'll just have one right here. I like to imagine that this is how the blade normally is, and that when he goes schlink like that, you can use it to shoot fire. Because that just seems like a cool function to me. It's kind of like you're extending it, like extending a rifle or something to shoot out. But Tahu definitely has extremely cool weapons. Probably the I don't know. I'd say Onua wins this wave for the coolest weapon, followed by Kopaka, and then Tahu. Tahu's fire blade. If it weren't for the giant Technic blobs on the back, I would say Tahu probably has the coolest function with his weapons. But just, yeah, you can just imagine him walking into a room, beating someone up with the fire swords, and he's not posed for properly, but beating someone with the fire swords, and then if there's some stragglers getting away, angling the blades out like that. If someone's getting away, angles the blades out like that, and just, shoots a fire blast, kind of similar to the Mask of Light movie. I think that'd be pretty epic, though unlikely given that Lego's kind of toning down the violence of the series. Yeah, really cool weapons. He's got a great design. I want to give you a look from the back. Man, he looks he looks really cool, and he's one of the few characters who looks good with both masks. Kopaka, if you move pieces around, can look good with the gold mask. But yeah, only Tahu and Onua look good with their gold masks, straight out of box, basically. Quick thing I forgot to mention is this weapon, the left-handed weapon, has a axle on it, and it's, I guess, supposed to be implied that you can combine them into a single spear, kind of reminiscent of the original Tahu Nuva. I'm just doing that to connect it a little bit easier. There we go. Now you can't have both blades in at once, but you can have the meat in the middle, like this, to have the arm angles are bad. Let me fix that. Maybe it doesn't look amazing, but yeah, you can have kind of a if for those of you who know Klingons, you can have a Klingon like saw blade. It's kind of interesting, and so either all the way out or both meeting in the middle somewhere. Both look good, though I personally prefer it to be two separate lava swords. I don't know. It's your preference. It's your preference. Remember, Lego is how you want to do it. Okay, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Metagross Freak, and have a good one. Shaw.